Hi everybody, so this is the final activity-based costing and we're actually going to go through the whole process, and I've been given this information for budgeted activity costs for production, setup, inspection, shipping, customer service for a total of $887,000. And then I have my activities again, and I'm saying that activity base for production is based on machine hours, setup is based on number of setups, inspection is based on number of inspections, shipping is based on number of customer orders, and customer service is based on number of customer service requests. And then here are the total units. And we're going to be producing white sugar, brown sugar, and powdered sugar. So first, what I have to do in activity-based costing is I have to figure out an activity rate per activity. So if you notice, we have production, setup, inspection, shipping, and customer service. Okay, so I'm trying to get everything in here to fit. I can actually shrink that down. Okay, so we said production was based on machine hours. And they give us our activity-based cost, which is the $500,000. And I'm just going to go ahead and get all of these. Setup was $144,000. So I'm getting those total costs that they provided us for each department. Let's get the shipping. Let's get the customer service. Okay, so then it is based on total activity base. So for production, it is based on machine hours. So the total production for white, brown, and powdered sugar is 10,000. For setup, it's based on number of setups. They had 450 setups. Inspection, they had 1,100 activities. Shipping is based on number of customer orders, and they have 5,750 customer orders. And customer service is based on number of customer service requests, and they had 600 of them. So then what I'm doing, I'm taking that total activity cost divided by the total activity base. Okay, and that's going to give me a dollar amount that I'm going to use. I'm going to just multiply each of those across. So I was taking the 144 times 450. I'm sorry, 144 divided by 450, 44,000 divided by the 1,100, 115,000 divided by 5,750, and 84,000 divided by 600. So those are my activity rates that I'm going to use to figure out my cost. So let's look at white sugar. So we still have to go with understanding the activity-based usage. So production is based on machine hours. So I'm going to look at production, machine hours, white sugar is 5,000. Production, the rate is $50. I'm going to take my 5,000 times my 50. I do that for, let me just bring this down, copy that over, do format. I want to do that for the same there. Okay, so then setup. Setup was based on number of setups. So for my white sugar, I see there's 85 setups, and my rate for setup is 320. Okay, I'm going to multiply that down. Inspection, number of inspections. So for white sugar, we had 220 inspections. Our rate for inspections is $40. Take 220 times 40. Shipping. Shipping was based on number of customer orders. Shipping, number of customer orders for white sugar was 1,150. The shipping, again, number of customer orders, so shipping we figured out was $20. Customer service based on number of customer service requests, that's the 60. And our rate for customer service was 140. So then we multiply all of those down. So then the total activity costs are $317,400. Now we need to divide it by the number of units because we want cost per unit. Well, white sugar, we produced 10,000 units. So I can divide that out, and that gives me, I'll go ahead and put that as a dollar, that gives me $31.74 per unit. I do the same process because we're doing white sugar. We want to find out activity cost per unit for white sugar, brown sugar, and powdered sugar. So brown sugar, this is the column that we're looking at. Activity-based usage based on machine hours for production, 2,500. Setup, 170. Inspection, 330. Shipping was based on number of customer orders, and customer service was based on customer service request. Our rates for production, our rates for setup, our rates for inspection, our rates for shipping, and our rates for customer service. Multiply those out. Did not test my amounts to see where I'm at here. So then I'll make sure I don't get on below the screen. Okay. So I just multiplied this times this to get that. 170 times 320 to get that. And on down. Add them up. So we have 293,600. We produced 5,000 units of brown sugar. So I can take my 293,600 and I can divide it by 5,000. So that's $58.72 that I have for my brown sugar. Let's look at powdered sugar. Again, this is our usage that we had. So then I can just go down the line of the 195, 550. Because it's based on, we specified what it's amounting to. Our rates, same process that we just did for white sugar and we did for brown sugar. So we can go down the line, multiply it out, 2,500 times our 50, 195 times our 320, 550 times our 40, 2,000 times our 20, and 190 times our 140. Total them all up. We need to divide by the number of units we produced. We produced 5,000 units of the powdered sugar. Divide that out, and it shows $55.20 per unit. So this kind of gives us a good way of looking at activity-based costs, where we now are looking at, we are determining a rate for production, for a factory overhead rate for production, setup, inspection, shipping, and customer service. And then we can use those individual rates and we can sign them based on the usage. Now, activity-based costing, it is a pretty expensive endeavor to work with, but when you do get the results, you can see that it costs you factory overhead $31.74 per unit, $58.72 per unit, and $55.20. So I hope this has helped with understanding activity-based costing.